Right, welcome back. This is, I've not posted in ages. I don't know how long it's been. It's been maybe a few months since I posted. So I'm going to try and get back to it, posting just a little bit of content, more like updates on training side of things. So yeah, I've got an event session down at HSU. It is bloody boiling, let me say that. So we are looking, according to my car, we're looking at about 28 degrees at this moment in time. So 28 degrees. I'm gonna be fucking sweating my tits off, basically. So yeah, it's gonna be a warm one, it's gonna be a sweaty one. We're just gonna have to see how it goes. So we're gonna be starting off with a little bit of log press. After log press, we're then going to go into some step ups. I think that's more in there just for warm up side of things, for a little bit of the lower body, to then go straight into 100 kilo farmers. And then after the 100 kilo farmers, we're going to go into some sandbag, and then we've got a bit of like fluffy sort of work accessories and stuff to end the session with. So it's like a bit of like a full body sort of like event session, so it should be fun. I'm just hoping it's not warm. HSU is quite closed off, there's no windows. It's quite, usually with places like that means it's quite cool when even though it's been warm all day. So fingers crossed it's like that. Yeah, so let's jump into it. Right guys, so I thought I'd give a voiceover on the workout in general. So starting things off with log press, like I said, we're just doing 70 kilos 6 times 1. So nice and easy singles. Main thing on this is just trying to perfect the lift itself, trying to just generate some speed and some aggression into the press as well. And I'm building up to 1 rep max in the next few weeks as like a mini peak. So the aim is to hit 115 eventually. So after log press, we do end up moving on to farmers, but as you can see, log press is just moving nice and smooth. Like I say, it's nice and light, so I haven't even got the elbow sleeves on, wrist wraps or anything like that. Just more of a warm-up than anything else. We're just moving the log for speed, so then we get onto the farmers. So with farmers, and I do this with yoke actually, so most moving events, I warm up. I don't know why, I've just always done this, and I've always found it works best, and I'll probably warm up a little bit differently to what most strongmen or strongwomen usually warm up like. So instead of actually running with the implements or anything like that, I'll usually just, with the farmers, I'll usually hold the handles in my hand, pick them off the ground for a few seconds, hold them in my hands, and then drop them straight back down. I don't actually do any movement. Same with the yoke. So with the yoke, I'll actually get it on my back, take it off the ground, and then hold it for a few seconds and then drop it. So as you can see, just nice and easy. This is 70 kilos at the moment each hand. So a few seconds hold, nice and easy warm up. What I would suggest when you're doing this type of warm up, because I will do this on comp days as well, is just make sure you warm up your knees, your ankles, because you don't want to be going and doing your sprints when you get up to your eventual weight that you're going to be using during your runs for the training session, like with cold knees and cold ankles, and your legs are a little bit cold going into the first run, because the first run will then just be not so much a write-off, but a little bit of a write-off, to be quite honest, because you're going to be cold. You're not going to be moving as fast and as fluid as what you want to be. So what I'm building up to on this is 100 kilos each hand, and just 10-meter runs on these farmers. The really annoying thing is I had a proper blonde moment doing these farmers. You could tell it was after work. I grabbed 10 kilos to chuck onto the farmers, and then realised, not 10 kilos, sorry, 15 kilos, and then realised, oh no, these are too heavy, way too heavy. Went and put them back, grabbed 10s, and then realised, nah, actually I was right. So then I had to go back, grab the 15s again. Proper dumb moment from me. Usually I'm quite good with the math side of things when it comes to loading up the barbells and the implements and stuff like that. So anyway, got to the 100 kilo loaded on the farmers, nice and steady. Like I said, these are quite light because farmers and yoke I'm quite good at. I just always have been good at these. I don't know if it's just from years and years of doing them every single week. Back years ago when I did strongman training more, when I was a bit younger. I don't know if that's just like the skill acquisition or just the natural strength within the yoke and the farmers is just there. So whenever I do trip into farmers, like this is the first time I've touched farmers since England's Natural England Strongest Man, which was back in February. So like I've touched them maybe once between them, maybe in a training session, and then I've done mainly yoke because I had yoke in Morley's Strongest Man, which was a competition that I did about a month or 2 ago, 2 months ago actually. So yeah, farmers and yoke have always just been really, really good for me. As you can see, I'm just still loading this up. To be honest, I couldn't find a 5 kilo plate, so that was the most annoying thing about this. I was 1 5 kilo plate short, and I couldn't bloody find one anywhere. So eventually I found the 5 kilo plate, and then we got into the first 100 kilo run. So again, just 10 meters, nice and easy. Nothing special or anything like that. It's just more ticking things over. This was the second run, so overall I'm going to be aiming to do 3 sets of the 100 kilo. Again, nice and easy, roughly 5 to 6 seconds on these sets. The aim that I always do with farmers is I always try and make the next set as faster than the previous one. And it always seems to work well within training. It gives me something to like aim for within my head. So I had a optional 4th set if the 100 kilos were feeling fine, which I knew there would be, to go 110 just for one run over 10 meters. So that's when I decided to slap the extra 5 kilos on to each side of the farmers to make up 110 kilo. And yeah, again, these moved really, really well, about 6 seconds on these. So overall, happy with how the farmers are moving overall. So then we're next going into sandbag over the yoke. Now, I messed this up completely, to be quite honest with you. It shows how long I haven't touched a sandbag over the yoke, which again has been about 2 months. So forgot to put weights onto the yoke. So as you'll see, I didn't even do any warm-ups either. So again, messed up because I just wanted to jump straight into it and get it done. Because I have a love-hate relationship with sandbags. Really good at them, but I fucking hate them at the same time. So as you can see, the yoke's nearly tipping over because there's just nothing to secure it. I was also told by my coach to set the yoke height really high as well, so you're getting me to extend just that little bit more. I get used to extending to my full potential before releasing the sandbag or a stone, basically. So it did make it a little bit harder to get it over anyway, and then not having the yoke secured down just made it even bloody harder, to be quite honest with you, because it was nearly got a tip. So yeah, the first set was a little bit of a write-off. I only ended up managing 3 reps in total. I ended up failing this one. It was at that point where the sandbag just was more getting away from me more than anything else. So I tried to get it up as high as I possibly could and just couldn't. So frustrating, yes. But I took 3 reps, to be quite honest with you. Like, I just sort of classed it as a warm-up set more than anything else. So then finally secured the yoke down with some 20 plates on there, just so it didn't move as much. So this is the second set, which I think overall went a lot better, a little bit warmer with the sandbag. And yeah, having the yoke secured down did make things a lot better, a lot more smoother. And also, I was a little bit more used to the height of the yoke bar as well, because like I say, it's around about shoulder width, so I'm getting it up some height, and it's 100 kilo sandbag, so it ain't light. I'm trying to lift it. I did use my head on that, just to head put it over, just to make sure it definitely went over. But yeah, overall, this second run a lot better. I think the main thing is just trying to extend a lot better. So that's something to work on come next week. So on this second run, managed 5 reps overall, which I was happy with. Again, fighting for that one just to get it over. Yeah, like I say, I've got a love-hate relationship with the sandbag. Absolutely hate it. Okay, so event session done. Absolutely drenched, as I fucking knew it would be. Still apparently 26 degrees outside. it's fucking roasting. Especially in this car. Let me get it turned on. Fucking get air going on. Fucking roasting. Right, so event session done. I've still got the lat pull down and some bicep curls to finish off with. To be honest, I'm going to do them tomorrow. Absolutely fucked. I'm going to be going to the gym tomorrow anyway, because I was going to do a little bit of cardio, but I'll chuck them in tomorrow. It'll take me about 10-15 minutes to quickly do them. I did do one set of lat pull downs, and the bar is not comfortable, to be quite honest with you, on my wrist. I've got a dodgy wrist when I broke it when I was like 12 years old, so yeah, it was just causing more pain on the wrist than anything else. So we'll do them tomorrow. Not a biggie, but yeah, I'm happy with how it went. First time touching farmers as well, which in quite since roughly around England's. I think I've done it like once or twice since then, in like the odd session. But yeah, it was good to do that, to be quite honest with you. 110 is what I ended up doing for a 10 meters, pretty quick as well. I think it worked out about 7 to 8 seconds for 10 meters, which I'll take. As you can see, I probably explained it a little bit earlier on the farmers, but yeah, I do my warm-ups a little bit differently to what most people probably do. It's more just save energy, and I do that with my yoke as well, because it just saves energy, it saves time, saves energy, and it saves me having to fucking walk up and back and down with implements on my back or in my hands. Just like I say, it just saves time and energy, and in my opinion, it warms you up exactly the same, as long as you do one or two little like dances around just to get your legs and your knees and ankles, like joints, like warmed up a little bit, moving and feeling like a little bit springy. Pogo jumps are really good, and stuff. You should be fine when you do come into your runs. And then sandbag fucked up on the first set, as you saw. Just yeah, I had a bit of a nightmare, to be quite honest with you, on that first set. I forgot to put weights on there, which threw me off. And then the bar height is, I've been told to put it really, really high for this session by my coach. So put it really high, like basically like shoulder sort of height. So I was having to really extend to get that sandbag up and over, which changes it up a little bit from the normal height that I have been doing recently, which was quite fun. So I'll cut the video there short. I promise you, okay, I'll promise I'll try to start uploading more videos. All right, my phone is on 2% at this moment in time as well, so I better end this video here. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, drop it a like please, because hopefully I'll start doing more. Hopefully, fingers crossed. All right.